welcome. You're watching This Is Today TV. I'm Sakshi Patra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street, starting from the benchmark index moves to sectoral action and all the stocks that are buzzing the most in trade. Let's quickly look at the Nifty and the Sensex. It looks like we are headed for a positive close in today's trading action, and not just that, the Nifty is back up above the 19,450 odd mark, holding on to 62 points of a gain right now. Looks like we could have a positive closing. The range that has been consistently, the Nifty has been stuck in a narrow range of and has been facing this resistance of 19,400, 19,500 for the past 2 weeks. That could perhaps be broken on the upside today. Let's keep our fingers crossed. The Sensex is up by 255 odd points at 65,475. The broader markets have been performing and outperforming the markets, and you're looking at small cap 100 index now up by over 1%. The mid cap 100 index, of course, at all-time high levels, 0.6% higher in trade. It's the small caps that are taking the lead and now at the day's high level for sure. Apart from it, a lot of sectors are now up into the green, barring the FMCG, oil and gas, and perhaps just flattish move on the IT. Rest of the sectors are all up into the green. It's the PSU banks that have recovered quite sharply in today's trading action. So if you see the daily chart of Nifty PSU Bank, you will see we're now at the day's high, and it's been a consistent way up, 2% higher for the Nifty PSU Bank. Following it is the private banking space. The Nifty Bank, of course, over 1% higher. So it's the Nifty Bank that is really supporting this move on the index today. Financial services also higher in trade. Consumer durables, realty, these are the other pack that's moving up. Metals shining bright. The healthcare stocks also moving up in trade. Of course, apart from it, a lot of subsectors that are moving. Mining, minerals, those are the sectors that are moving. You have defense pack stocks amid Chandrayaan 3. That's been buzzing in action as well. We've been talking about the defense-based stocks throughout the trading session, and now we will focus especially on some of the stocks that are hitting 52-week highs from the mines and the mineral space and the fertilizers and chemical space as well. We'll get you the expert views on that. But first up, let's also look at the top gainers and the losers on the Nifty pack as we inch closer to the last half an hour of trading session. So the Nifty gainers include stocks like Hindalco, that's up 2.5%. The top gainer today, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, the private bank majors that are supporting this move on the markets and contributing to the Nifty gains. SBI 1.5% higher in trade. L&T and Divis Laboratories also up in trade. On the downside, however, if you do see, there are some stocks from the Adani basket that are down, like Adani Enterprises, now down by 5.8%. Sharp decline. Profit booking clearly coming in on Adani Enterprises, 3.5% down for Adani Ports. Sun Pharma is down by 1%, and you also have BPCL and Bharti Airtel, Tech Mahindra and ITC also declining in trade. But let's welcome our guest on the show. Jay Patel now joins in, technical analyst and Invest Mentor Securities. Welcome and thank you so much, Jay, for taking the time out for this discussion. Your thoughts on the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, and how should investors be now approaching these two indices? They've not done too much in the last few weeks, but do they finally see a breakout coming in?
So absolutely good afternoon, Sakshi. So as we can speak about Nifty, so Nifty has been trading in range bound trade since past 1 week. Around 19,250 was a strong support, and eventually 19,300. This support has been shifted to the 19,300 levels, and today we saw Nifty crossing above 19,450 levels, and it is sustaining well above that level. So if we talk about intraday perspective, then 19,445 and 19,469 is the range for the intraday. If we are breaking above or below that, we can see that effect in tomorrow's session. If we are breaking above 19,470, we can see 19,550 levels coming in tomorrow's session. And if 19,050, 550 is broken above, then we can see 20,000 levels coming very soon on the charts. Tomorrow being the expiry, so it would be very crucial to see how Nifty pans out amid volatility. India VIX has been inching lower since around after reaching 1275 point. So VIX particularly depicting around 19,500 levels we can see tomorrow's session. Particularly if we talk about Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty has crossed its crucial resistance 44,000 and 44,100 levels. So after crossing that, we saw good short covering rally till 44,500, and we can see further rally coming if today 44,500 is hold out in the closing session. Uh, Bank Nifty, if we particularly say, we can see around 58 lakh call writers holding out their position at around 44,500 level. So it would be a good short covering rally if we are crossing that tomorrow or maybe in Friday session. Tomorrow I am excluding the day because it is expiry, and in during the expiry day all the positions are being squared up. So the real position or the real move which comes on the Thursday is being shifted to Friday. So I
Sure.
eventually cut out on Thursday. That's why.
Okay, let's now talk about the PSU banks. A lot of PSU banks are rallying in trade. Like I pointed out, it's the top sectoral gaining index in today's trading action. So, Jay, the kind of move that we've been seeing, Bank of Maharashtra, stunning move again at a 52-week high level. UCO Bank, 6.5% higher in trade today. Of course, it is trading at the day's high level, and the kind of move that we've seen in the last few trading sessions has also been quite impressive. Punjab and Sindh Bank up 5%, Central Bank of India up 4% in trade today. We also have Union Bank of India up by about 3 odd percent, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, you name it. Lots of stocks that are buzzing in trade today. What's really leading to this rally? What do you spot on the charts, and is this poised for another leg up now on the PSU banks?
So I would like to divide PSU banks into two categories: big banks and small banks. So basically, small banks like Bank of Maharashtra or maybe regional bank, that is Jammu and Kashmir Bank. So they are getting a good set of rally. If we see Bank of Maharashtra, it was consolidating since 14th of August, and then today we saw good amount of buying with volume also. So crossing above 40 would be a good crucial point for the Bank of Maharashtra, and I foresee the rally till around 48 rupees if 40 is sustained and crossed above that level in tomorrow's session or maybe on Friday. So 48 would be a coming point in Bank of Maharashtra. Also JNK Bank we saw yesterday, the rally was continuing around 91 rupees, 90 rupees. So it has been witnessing a strong consolidation around this level. Once 93 is crossed above, we can see levels coming around 103 to 105 levels. So JNK Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, these are regional banks which are getting good buying interest from retail investors particularly. If we look on Bank of Baroda, so Bank of Baroda and Federal Bank, so these both are catching up with the rally, but they are not actually yet getting the mark because we saw around 185 to 193 levels. The consolidation is very strong. 100-day moving average is coming at that level. So once it is uh, trading above 195 levels and 205 levels, so the range is pretty wide for the Bank of Baroda. 205 levels is really very crucial resistance. We saw numerous times stock hitting there and coming retracing back to 100-day moving average. But in case
Hmm.
of Federal Bank today, we saw good amount of breakout, and also I recommend investors to start buying on Federal Bank because today we saw good rally in Federal Bank crossing its consolidation, rectangle consolidation phase, also with a good amount of volume. And on weekly chart, the stock is trading above it's a 1 2 3 months range. Also with RSI and ROC getting stronger, Federal Bank is poised for a rally of around 10%. So we can see around 148 to 150 levels coming in very short period of time.
Okay, so that's as far as the PSU banking space is concerned. Very, very strong moves coming in. Some, stock ideas from Jay also. You can note that down, and you can also speak to your financial advisor before investing in all of these stocks that are being recommended too. Let's also shift focus to the other space that's been buzzing: mines, minerals, fertilizers, chemicals. There are all separate sectors, and all of them are buzzing in action today. Let me first talk about the fertilizer space. And in the fertilizer space, a lot of stocks that are buzzing in action. So, Jay, I'd like your attention on RCF, Rashtriya Chemicals. That's up by 8% in trade today. Pradeep Phosphates, Paradeep Phosphates, that's up by 5.7% in today's trade. Very strong move coming in on this one. Fact is up by over 4%. Aries Agro is up by over 4%. These are the kind of moves that we've been seeing on the fertilizer names. Any particular trigger for them, or what do you spot technically that you'd like to share with our viewers?
So technically, if we look into the fertilizer stocks, namely RCF and Deepak Fertilizer, these both stocks I'm tracking currently. So I can talk about RCF. RCF is reaching to its triple top level. So previously, in past few weeks, we saw 119 and 120 levels hitting a good resistance at that. If we are able to cross these levels or sustain 119 levels today, we can see further rally till around 130 levels, and second target would be around 135 levels. So this would be very crucial point in particularly in Rashtriya Chemical RCF. Also, the second stock I'm talking about is Deepak Fertilizer. So
Hmm.
Deepak Fertilizer, we saw a good rally forming a base of around 536 levels. Uh, Deepak Fertilizer have moved above 50-day EMA, currently trading near 100-day exponential moving average. If we are able to cross 100-day moving average, that is placed around 584 levels, we can see further rally till around 615 levels. So I'm very bullish on fertilizer stock, especially Deepak Fertilizer and RCF. Also, if we talk about other factors influencing Deepak Fertilizer, I am pointing at RSI and ROC level. So they
Hmm.
both are currently at oversold zone. They were currently trading at around 30 to around 40 levels. So I guess it would be a very good risk to reward if we buy into fertilizer stocks. And also for long term perspective, I am very bullish on fertilizer space.
All right, fertilizer space, another space that's been buzzing in action. So RCF Deepak Fertilizers, the top picks by Jay right here from the fertilizer space, both for the medium and for the long term. These stock picks could be looked at to be included in your portfolios. Apart from the fertilizer space, like I was saying, the mineral space, mining space, that's very, very interesting to watch today. Some of the stocks are showing even double digit kind of a move on the percentage basis. GMDC, remember this is the stock that we had also discussed in the opening session today. Our expert Vineet Bulinchkar had talked about this stock, GMTC. The stock is rallied 12.5, 13% now at the day's high level, 220 odd levels. Along with it, NMDC also he talked about, that stock is up by 2%. He talked about, and we also discussed a lot of other names from this space. But right now, what's catching my eye is also another stock, that is Moil. That's up by 7% in today's trading session too. Of course, a smaller Orissa Minerals, the higher ticket price, 46.58 rupees kind of a stock, is up by about 11 odd percent. These are the mines and minerals companies that are moving up in trade. You request your attention to all of these names that I've talked about, Jay, and tell me which is your top pick from this space entirely. Do you think that beyond this kind of a sharp move, is there still any action that you'd like to recommend, a buy action on any of them?
So among the three you talked about, I'm bullish on NMDC the most, because if we see NMDC, it has just crossed its around 120 levels with strong volume yesterday. Also, it is sustaining well above that level in today's session. Also, the 1.5% up move. Plus, the another important thing is that we can see a rounding bottom pattern breakout at these levels around 120 levels, and it is trading well above February 2023 levels. So currently, if investors want to buy or if they are feeling a fear of missing out, a type of feeling in metal stocks, so I'm recommending NMDC stock for them, because this is very at cheaply available stock at 122 levels. I can see 130 levels coming very soon in this stock. You can keep a stop loss of around 115 if you are comfortable with that. So 130 level would be approaching very fast in NMDC stock. Iron ore steel is price are stabilizing from the China side. So currently NMDC is giving good risk to reward ratio. If we talk about GMDC, we saw massive rally in 2 3 days also, but GMDC it is touching near its resistance level. So 621 would be its resistance level. So there is no room further available in this stock. So, sorry, 221. So there is no further room available for the trade. Also, if we are holding GMDC or if you want to take fresh trade into GMDC, you need to keep a strict stop loss of around 210 or 205 levels because stock has really very fast and we can see that retracing back to around 205 to 2010 levels. So you need to keep in mind these levels for GMDC and NMDC is a good buy for risk to reward ratio.
Okay, risk to reward ratio better in NMDC right now. So let's look at that stock, and one can keep a stop loss of 115, 130 levels can be seen on that one very soon. 1.5% move on the upside today, but GMDC already a very sharp rally in intraday session today and over the past few trading sessions too, and therefore the room is limited on the upside in this space as well. Apart from the sectors that we've discussed today, Jay, which is the theme or a sector that is now looking promising to you? Any particular sector or stocks that you'd like to give from your own side to our viewers?
So, little on contrarian basis, I'm looking on media stocks because media stocks haven't performed well since many days, except Z Entertainment. But if we look on Sun TV, especially in today's chart, just a second. So, if we look on Sun TV, we can see a good rally coming in today, like around 5% move in today's session. If we look into the weekly charts, then we can expect a good set of rally from current market price that is 568. We can see stock moving to around 609 to 610 levels in coming weeks because we saw a long bullish engulfing pattern in weekly charts also with RSI and MACD performing in positive divergence. So we are very bullish on this stock, especially on media side. Even if you are looking on railway side, there is one stock which hasn't performed well in with this kind of rally. So that is IRCTC. So IRCTC hasn't kept up with RBNL and all the railway stocks buzz. So I'm recommending IRCTC for pretty much around for 5 to 6 months because if we see it's ticket online ticketing business also railway near if we talk about they are increasing their funding to these sectors particularly in the same company. So basically I'm looking more about 750 levels coming up in 5 to 6 months in IRCTC. So railway stocks would be a good buzz before election year, especially election is coming around. So it would be a very good bet, especially on railways and infrastructure space. So if you allow, I can talk about infrastructure, particularly IRB infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah, so IRB infrastructure, if we look around for like 1 day or a weekly basis, it has formed its base with around 25 levels. Today we saw a rally of around 4%, and I expect IRB to perform well because the election year is coming. They are leader in the BOT, that is build, operate, and transfer segment in road building. So IRB, I guess it can show a good amount of buying in coming year because order book is strong. Election is coming. They will get around more than 10% of the uh, order book which the government derived through auctions. So basically, I guess around 31 level would be an appropriate target before the elections in this stock. So I guess around 10 to 12% move in this stock can be attributed to election, and before the election I can see 31 levels coming up.
All right. Well, many thanks to you, Jay, for being with us on the show and discussing all these several stocks and ideas for all our viewers right there and helping us understand the move behind the PSU banks, the minerals, mining sector, as well as the fertilizer pack as well in today's space. Looking at the markets, of course, 195 still up on the Sensex at 65,417 and 19,436 on the Nifty as well, up by 40 odd levels. Just about 12 minutes remaining for the markets to shut shop. Looks like we are headed for a positive close, and that too above 19,400 odd levels. Keeping our fingers crossed, but keep an eye out on the market momentum with us on Business Today TV. What you should also get ready is for our special series that is Market Masters, where market gurus reveal their investment strategies for a winning portfolio. So join us on the coming Monday, that's 28th of August, with Ravi Dharamshi, founder and MD, and also the CIO of Value Quest Investment Advisors, to get his market insights and in-depth market analysis. You can also send in us your queries on this number that's flashing on your screens. That's 730-308-0488, and these questions will be taken live.
I have it all explained for you with this illustration. Look closely at what will happen as and when Vikram lander touches down on the lunar surface. So presently, Vikram lander floating at about 25 kilometers right above the moon. So this is how it's going to look like. This is an illustration as specific as you can see to help understand what will happen. Then it goes closer, but it will have to have a very controlled slowdown. It will reduce the speed compared to how it was till now when it was in the orbit. Remember, there is moon's gravity, so that will want to pull down the Vikram lander. So that controlled speed will help the Vikram lander go according